For today's video, we are comparing the Innioasis Y1 versus the Snowsky Echo Mini. And honestly, this is a battle between two portable music players that take very different approaches, because one focuses on versatility and modern convenience, while the other targets audio enthusiasts looking for a dedicated listening experience. The Innioasis Y1 enters the fight with one huge advantage, and that is flexibility, because it combines local music playback with support for streaming apps, making it a more complete device for users who do not want to rely entirely on stored music files. Another major strength of the Y1 is its larger touchscreen interface, because navigating playlists, albums, and settings feels much closer to using a modern smartphone than a traditional music player. The Y1 also benefits from expandable storage and broad format support, which makes it easy to carry a large music library without constantly managing files. The downside is that the operating system and extra features can consume more battery life and may introduce distractions for users who simply want a pure music player. If you're enjoying this video, hit subscribe and stick around. Going back to the topic. Now, the Snowsky Echo Mini enters the fight with one huge advantage, and that is simplicity, because it focuses almost entirely on delivering a dedicated audio experience without unnecessary apps, notifications, or background processes. Another major strength of the Echo Mini is portability, because its compact design makes it incredibly easy to carry in a pocket while still providing access to high-quality audio playback. The Echo Mini also benefits from a cleaner listening-focused interface that appeals to audiophiles who prefer physical controls and a more traditional music player experience. The problem is versatility, because it cannot match the broader app support and smart features available on the Innioasis Y1. Another savage truth is that many people buy dedicated music players to escape distractions but end up wanting streaming services again after a few weeks of use. So which one is better overall? Honestly, the Innioasis Y1 wins for most buyers because it offers a better balance of modern features, streaming support, and everyday usability, while the Snowsky Echo Mini remains the better choice for listeners who want a focused music-first experience. Another area where the Y1 pulls ahead is convenience, because users can switch between local files, streaming services, and podcasts without carrying multiple devices. The Echo Mini fights back with battery efficiency, because a simpler system often means less power consumption and more time spent listening between charges. Something else worth mentioning is learning curve, because the Y1 feels familiar to anyone who has used a smartphone, while the Echo Mini may appeal more to users who enjoy dedicated audio hardware. Another savage truth is that sound quality differences between players are often much smaller than the differences created by your headphones or earphones, which means choosing the right audio gear may matter more than choosing between these two players. Another thing worth considering is long-term ownership, because the Y1 can adapt more easily to changing listening habits, while the Echo Mini stays focused on delivering a distraction-free music experience. One final thing to consider is worth, because the Innioasis Y1 is absolutely worth it for users who want modern features and streaming convenience, while the Snowsky Echo Mini is worth it for audiophiles who prefer simplicity, portability, and dedicated music playback. And in this comparison, the Innioasis Y1 takes the overall win, while the Snowsky Echo Mini wins on simplicity and listening focus. Another area where the Snowsky Echo Mini pulls ahead is focus, because the stripped-down experience encourages users to spend more time listening to music rather than switching between apps, notifications, and other distractions. The Innioasis Y1 responds with versatility, because having access to streaming services, downloaded content, audiobooks, and podcasts on a single device makes it a much more practical everyday companion for many users.